in your eyes now, but I know there's always a way. From sunrise till dawn, I'll be here waiting. From sunrise till dawn, I'll never stop. I'll fix you up, make everything much smoother again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. The connections might be tangled, the power source has lost its spark, but every wire tells a story, and I can mend what's torn apart. From sunrise till dawn, I'll be here waiting. From sunrise till dawn, I'll never stop. I'll fix you up, make everything run smooth again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. When the current isn't flowing, when the signals disappear, I'll be here with tools and patience, make the static crystal clear. Every cable, every circuit, every problem that you bring, I'll restore what time has broken, make the whole world sing. So don't you worry about tomorrow, don't you stress about today. I've got maintenance for your troubles, and I'll chase them all away. I'll fix you up, make everything run smooth again. I'll fix you up, from sunrise till dawn, my friend. I'll fix you up, with these hands and heart so true. I'll fix you up, Daniel, I'll fix you up. Hey, Daniel, everything's good as new. Hey, Daniel, I fix you up for you.
Well, welcome, everybody. Today is Monday, the 30th of September, no, 29th of September. Boy, we are getting into October really fast. There's a little bit of a schedule change for this week. I had a bunch of Judge Webster, and I got a bunch of Judge McNally. So those are going to be the two changes for this week. And when I get more stuff with Judge McNally and Judge Webster, I'll throw it in there whenever I get a chance to throw it in there. Today, is the Honorable Judge David Fleischier. I like this guy. I really like this guy. He's no nonsense. So let's get started with this. And let's make this bigger.
I'm going to make his bond contingent on one thing, because I told him, and I told you, I did not want you to smoke weed. And I told you that I was going to test you in 30 days. And what did you do? You took off on me. That's what you did. I'm sending you now for a drug test. I want to see what, if anything, is in your system. And we'll go from there. Because that's what concerns me the most. Are you using? Because you know, since day one, the first day you got here, I told you, don't smoke weed, right? Because this is Wiggins, right? I'm having here that we spoke to him and told him not to smoke weed.
Yes, Judge, this is Wiggins, but I put the notes on a different. Wiggins had a PR bond back in April and didn't show up on that court date.
It was his first arrangement.
That was his first arraignment.
How many PR bonds has he gotten?
One, because his other cases were closed out. So this is his first arraignment on the people that he filed with you. So one time. I'm gonna go and update this.
Staying late again?
Yep, got prospect calls to summarize.
You really need to switch to Mondays here.
Mr. Wiggins, have you ever played Monopoly? In Monopoly, you get what? A get out of jail free card, don't you? This is the only one that you're going to get from me. You ever flake on me again, I will put you over my head like a little child. And guess what's going to happen? I'm going to test you 31 days from today. You were on notice. Don't smoke weed. Do you understand? I'm bringing you back here 31 days. If I have found that you continue to smoke, and I don't care what your excuse is, I don't care if you're in a car with 15 people and they're all choking you, if you're fall down and there is a bong in your mouth because you fall down on it. You test positive in 31 days. You know what's going to happen, right? What's going to happen? Very good. That's right. Today, I will reinstate your bond. It's the only time I'm going to do it. From now on, I don't care what your excuses. I don't care who you have next to you. You ever flake out on me again, I will make your bond really, really high. And if you are so financially destitute as they say you are, you'll be stuck like Chuck in jail until this case is over with. And I'm going to tell you, it takes damn near 9 months just to get a 911 call. And you will sit there until all that happens. Do you understand? How old are you? You're 18. What do you do in life? Where? So you graduated from high school? Since January, this is your 4th case. If you truly want to go to school, what you're doing now is all wrong. Because when employers look you up, they're going to see all your criminal history. It don't matter if it's dismissed or not. They're still going to see it. Do you think they're going to want to give you a job? With your assault case now, the entire world is on notice that you have a trigger temper. What employer in their right mind is going to give a job to someone who has a hair trigger temper? Because they know they push your buttons, you're going to let loose on them. No employer wants that. The more criminal cases you pick up, the bigger hole you're digging. This is already 4 this year, and we're only 7 months in. What's going to happen next? So you best be on your best behavior. Otherwise, you'll stay with me. Do you understand? Who's with you? Mom? Is that Mom? Come on up. Who is the assault? Who's the complaining witness?
A prior significant other, no longer in the picture.
It was a dating relationship, Judge.
Are you Mom? Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you coming. It tells me a lot. This is his 4th case this year. And now he's facing a year in jail. He missed the first court date, so I issued a warrant. And I put his bond at $2,500 because he missed court. He tells me he's going to start Lone Star, he's going to start college in the fall. I don't know if that's true or not. All I know is that the more cases he picks up, the harder his life's going to be. Your life is hard enough as it is now. All you're doing is repeatedly shooting yourself in the foot as it is. Does he live with you?
Yes, sir. We're in a transition right now, so we stay in extended stay until I can.
Okay. We have services through the MAC that we can help you out with it, whatever you need. We have social services, if you'd mind looking into try to helping them
Absolutely,
with
Judge.
any kind of housing.
Mhm.
We have services that will help you with whatever you need. All you have to do is ask and we can help you out. And I'm happy to do it with whatever you need. The only thing I want to do is make sure that he behaves himself while he's out on bond. So if you ever have any problems with him, if he mistreats you, doesn't follow your rules, just come back to me and tell me and I'll straighten him out for you. You know, but I'm at wit's end with Mr. Wiggins. Mr. Wiggins, I'm up to here, like my own kids, and I'm not going to stand for it anymore. You step off the line one more time, I will put you on my knee and I'm going to spank you with a ton of jail time, just like a little child. Do you understand, Mr. Wiggins? So, Mom, you need anything, just all you need to do is holler, and I'm here for you.
Yes. Thank you, sir.
So the complaining witness is a significant other that they no longer have
No longer.
contact with.
Yeah.
Okay. So he's charged with assault of a family member, $4,000 fine. Not only that, this is the kind of case that can have severe ramifications where, you know, if he were to pick up another one, unless this thing were to be dismissed, if he picked up another one, he's looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary on a 3rd-degree felony. And you could potentially never own a gun or ammunition as a result as well. So there are really, really big consequences with this type of case. Do you understand? You are not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case whatsoever for any reason. I also told him that I'm going to test him 31 days from today and that he better not smoke weed, because if he smokes weed and I test him, I'm going to put him in jail. I will revoke his bond. He's not allowed to smoke weed while he's on bond. No weapons as well. You are now on notice of everything that is expected of you. Do you understand? Are you working? So what are you doing to pass the time?
Hey guys, did you know some drivers are ditching their car insurance and they're doing this?
You need to find something to occupy your time, because when you have too much time on your hands, you become self-destructive. That is what is happening. Have you had a job since January? Do you have a driver's license? Do you have insurance? Is that right? Does he have? Okay, as long as you have both, then you can drive. When you have too much time, you become self-destructive. You need to find something to occupy your time. And I tell you, there's no better way that you can help your mom than getting a job, a full-time job, and helping her with money. I'm telling you, if you were to do that and help your mom, she would be over the moon with you. And you won't get in trouble because your time is occupied doing something productive. So that is now another condition. You must get a full-time job. Or if you have a part-time job, if you're in school. But I don't want you roaming around without nothing to do. Do you understand, Mr. Wiggins? So when you come back in 31 days, I want to see what you're doing with your life. You must have a job of some sort. No home health care. And they'll explain it to you if you don't know what I mean. You understand? Okay. So Tracy, you got all that? Okay. Mr. Wiggins, good luck to you. All I'm asking you to do is make me proud. I'm not asking you to do anything. I'm not asking you to split the atom here. All right? All right. Good luck.
Appreciate you, Judge.
Reinstate it now.
Yes.
Now knows what's expected.
Thank you, Judge. Maybe excuse you. Feel good. Appreciate your conditions.
Once.
Okay.
She's failed to appear again in October, failed to appear in January, and then failed to appear in April. So I've got at least 3 to 4 failure to appears, and I've already reinstated your bond once.
She had mentioned something about on January, something, some drug test or something, that I never was called for. I don't know, you know, I don't.
I am not reinstating your bond again, right? If we've given you chance over chance over chance, and you even had a dismissal offer here if you had completed Hue upstairs. Did she complete Hue, Anna?
I do not believe so.
Okay.
4.5 months, inpatient. And, I stopped doing the online classes.
You know, I'm going to tell you that for all the people that use alcohol, for all the people that use dope, mind over matter. And if you have a strong enough mind, you can overcome anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Bill, what happened upstairs in the felony case? Do you see anything that's happened?
Judge, the only thing I saw was that they gave her a bond, and that's about it. There's a PTI agreement that was as of last year, but I don't see any follow-up past that. Her court date's actually today, so I'm not sure.
I know, it's weird, right?
She does have a court date today. I don't see any notes as of today. So the last note from last year was that she had to do IOP SOP, but I'm at the time when she was on bond, I was honoring the PTI. I don't see any movement there. So.
Okay. So, ma'am, what's going to happen now is I'm taking you into custody. I'm not letting you go. I mean, it's very difficult to get hold of you as it is. So what we'll do is she's going to end up going with you. I am going to order you as a condition of your bond.
Hi ho, it's off to jail you go.
If you are released, to have a GPS monitor prior to release. If you do get out, you're also to have a scram device on your ankle to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol, and you're ordered not to drive at all. You understand, man? Let me see if I have one. I'm going to have you sign with me today an affidavit promising me that you're not going to be with me today, an affidavit promising me that you're not going to drive, Ms. Norwood. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time that you drive. Anna, did you want to add anything else?
I just want to point out, I'm sorry, I've not spoken with Miss Norwood, but when you're considering the amount of her bond, she did come to court voluntarily today, it looks like. So she is trying to make it right.
If you live in an Alabama zip code and have 0 DUIs in the last 5 years.
Just, sorry, my dog, hello.
So I'll put her in back now, and then if you want to call over there, you can speak to her.
Okay.
We can talk. But I really can't give you another PR bond. I can't just, you have to understand that.
I'm trying to do, things just didn't work out the way that they were supposed to when I got out. Everything was going great. I started relying on other people to help me, and it seems that it ends up always get the bad end of the deal. So I failed, and I am here today, and I'm trying to get everything back right. So
Ms. Norwood,
I understand.
There are no mistakes. They are choices that you make. And the company you keep.
And I have since I've let my whole past. I gave them my whole phone number, my emails, everything. I have let my whole past go this last little bit because I realized that I'm not going anywhere with trying to rely on people that. What is the saying? You can't walk oceans for people that won't pass over puddles for you. I've learned a lot, and it hurts, but I've realized that I'm the only one that's going to be able to get me to where I need to be.
You shouldn't rely on anyone else but yourself. No one else out there is really going to help you. It's you that needs to help you. And the choices that you're making Anyways, all right, so I'm gonna have her sign this affidavit from us, and then she's gonna go with you. And then I'm gonna have Anna reach out. Which phone number would you like her to call? Is it 2689 or 3199?
We'll just give her a number and whichever one works.
Okay.
The 2689.
Anna, if you want to do the 2689, that way.
Okay, and what are the rest of the numbers? I don't have them.
The 927.
Okay, 2689.
927.
Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
I will do that right now.
I will say this, Anna. I don't know if she's gonna pop up on our docket on Monday or on the felony court's docket. I don't know who's gonna get priority. But if
Okay.
she gets the felony court, we'll just roll her to the next day, and then we'll go. from
Okay,
there. Okay, all right,
thank you.
thanks. Thank you. Rodriguez, are you a United States citizen? Are you in this country with or without permission?
No.
What happens if you go to jail?
Pasa si usted va a la cárcel.
I want you to think about it. Are you in this country with or without permission? You speak English, don't you? You don't need a translator, do you?
English, but not very
Say
well.
that with Judge Fleischier.
If you go to jail, what happens?
¿Qué le pasa?
Yes, gets deported.
No sé, maybe deport me, I don't know.
That's right. If you go to jail and you are not in this country with permission, immigration will put a detainer on you. You will remain in custody until immigration is done with whatever they're going to do, whether they let you stay, whether they let you go, whether they deport you. Unfortunately, the process is so long that you will sit in custody for 6 months, 9 months, perhaps even 10 months, waiting just for something to happen. Do not violate the conditions I put on you now. Do not miss court again. Otherwise, I will put you in jail, and if you are unlucky enough, you're going to be there for an extremely long time. This is the only warning that you're going to get from me.
Judge, in the OR, I just wanted to make a note to you. I did admit that he was involved in the accident. I said he was trying to evade his crash. So,
Do you have a Texas driver license? Then you are not allowed to drive, and you'll be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. If you don't have a Texas driver license and liability insurance in your name, you are not allowed to drive. What do you do for a living? How much money do you make a month?
700 a week. About.
We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. It would behoove you to have one quick, because the next setting you come back here, it will be a trial setting. Your case is 420 days old, and it's time to put this baby to bed. Do you understand? Good. I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. We're going to reset your case for 30 days. I'm telling you, the next time we come back here in 30 days, you must either accept an agreement or I'm going to set your case for trial because it's as old as it is. Please.
On July 11th, 2024, officers prosecuted Waller General in Harris County, Texas, in reference to a theft. Upon arrival, the store manager advised that a female wearing a black tank top and blue shorts attempted to steal melatonin and then left in a green Dodge Ram truck towards Walgreens. The manager wanted her trespassed. Officers located the green Dodge, and upon arrival, officers observed the vehicle parked, stationary, on and running, and the vehicle's keys in the ignition. Officers observed the female described and approached the vehicle and advised the female to exit the vehicle. While the female was exiting, officers observed her to be very disoriented, unsteady on her feet, and unable to keep her balance, displaying heavy slurred speech, leading to officers to believe she was intoxicated. They noticed an unlabeled clear orange bottle with different sized pills in the middle console under the radio and a change holder within plain view. The defendant was detained and PC search was conducted. The unlabeled pill bottle contained a total of 15 pills. 2 of them were oxycodone, 11 were clonazepam.
Clonazepam?
Cool.
Clonazepam.
Thank you. Sorry, Your Honor. And
Clonazepam, something like that. Okay, what
and
else?
2 of them were unable to be identified, but were believed to be MDMA. The defendant was Mirandized, and she stated she would not answer questions, or she advised she will answer questions and that the pills were her friends. While speaking to the defendant, there was no odor of alcohol, but the officers observed heavy, droopy eyelids.
What's your credit card debt balance? If it's $10,000 or more, here are 3 easy solutions you can start.
The defendant appeared drowsy and drunk-like behavior and slow, sluggish reactions. Standard field sobriety test was conducted, 6 of 6 on the HGN, 1 leg stand was a 2 of 4, and the defendant was unable to do the walk and turn due to knee pain. DIC was read, she consented to blood, and blood was drawn.
Ms. Gonzalez, do you have a Texas driver license?
No, sir. May I say something?
You may not. The only thing I'm going to tell you now are 2 very valuable things. Number 1, you are not allowed to drive. I don't care what on earth you are doing. I don't care if aliens abduct you and tell you that you have to drive somewhere. If you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine because I will hold you in contempt, slap you with 180 days. And I'm going to tell you now, if you have a drug or alcohol problem, you better address it, because if you don't, I'm going to do it for you.
I don't, sir.
If I drug test you now, what's going to show up?
Whatever that is, because somebody, the friend I'm talking about,
I'm
drugged
not going
me.
to talk to you about the case.
Yeah, okay.
No one forces you to take anything. So if I drug test you right now, what's going to show up?
I have no idea what he gave me.
We're going to do it right now. Tracy, I'm sending you for a drug test right now. You must come back. If you do not, I will issue a warrant and I'm going to make your bond $10,000. Do you understand? Before we leave here right now, I will have you sign this affidavit promising me you're not going to drive. I'm sending you for a drug test. You must come right back. I will appoint you a lawyer today and we will speak about how to go further. As it stands now, no drugs, no alcohol. I'm going to test you like crazy. And I'm telling you, if I find that you're using, I will hold you in contempt, slap you with 180 days.
I wasn't doing anything. I haven't in years, since the last time I got in trouble with problems.
I want to make sure
I-
going forth here, you are not using any pills, any alcohol, any marijuana, any cocaine, any meth, and I'm going to test you 2 times a week to make sure that you're not using. As it stands now, I want to know what is in your body, so I'm sending you for a drug test. You were to come back right afterwards. Okay.
On July 6, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle going 51 in a 35-mile-per-hour zone. The driver was ID'd as a defendant by his Florida driver's license. Upon contact, officers observed a strong odor of alcohol on the breath, red, glossy eyes, and slow speech. The defendant tried to not speak and initially said he did not drink, then said he had a little, then he said he had a shot at 3 p.m., then he said he had 1 or 2, but then said he only had 1 drink. He stated it was his birthday and he was going to 2727 Lounge, which is a bar. Standard field sobriety tests were conducted, 6 of 6 on the HGN, 4 of 8 on the walk and turn, and 3 of 4 on the 1 leg stand. The defendant attempted to bribe the officer to let him go until the officer informed the defendant of the consequences. DIC was read.
What was the bribe? Did you say? We had one not too long ago. They charged him with felony bribery for the same thing. All right, go ahead.
DIC was read, breath was refused, and a warrant was executed and blood was drawn.
I zoned out. Why the stop? What was the stop?
It was 51
Oh,
and,
that's right. You said that. Okay, I remember. All right, one more thing. Can you see, does he have any prior DWIs?
the only thing we found was disorderly conduct from Florida.
Okay. Does he have a valid license? Can you see?
Not a Florida driver's license, so I don't think we can even run that, but I can ask.
Mr. Renee, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Where do you live now?
I live in Florida, Pompano Beach, Florida, Broward County.
So are you going back to Florida now?
Yes.
Yes, sir. He just got off the
I
plane.
just got off the plane. I had to go to,
He had a lot to deal with
I had a lot
yesterday,
to deal
canceled
with.
flights and different things. So it was a big mishap. I don't know if you heard about it, but he was able to make it here. He is going back to
Good
Florida.
job making me here.
yes, thank you.
Now look, you have a lawyer. Good job. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. Meaning you don't have to come to court every month to check in and stuff, but I am going to randomly test you. So if you're in Florida and you get called to take a drug test, you must go to a Quest Diagnostics, take a test and get it to Mr. Fleming and they will get it to us. You understand? I am ordering you not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of dope, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Get him, Judge.
I ordered 200 hand-forged knives to my dorm room and built a Wix website to sell them.
Do you have a valid Florida license?
Yes,
Do you have valid liability insurance in your name?
yes, sir.
Okay. We're going to reset your case to give you time to fight the case. So for now, I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign and reset. After that, you'll get retraced for your bond conditions. And after that, you'll be free to go. Stay in contact with Mr. Fleming. If he tells me that you've gone AWOL and that you're playing games, not responding to phone calls or text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will not get any more PR bonds from us. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, guys. Good luck. Good morning, Mr. Applegate. Sir, you're charged with possession of marijuana. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
On July 13th, 2024, officers conducting routine business checks due to burglaries because of lack of electricity because of Hurricane Beryl. Officers checked out on a suspicious male at a Goodwill that was closed at the time. The defendant was observed by the officers to be placing items in his vehicle. They made contact with the defendant and conducted a Terry frisk, which discovered 2.6 grams of marijuana. The defendant said he was picking up scrap metal from outside the location, and the defendant had a felony warrant for burglary of a building.
Okay, so this isn't, because I see that he's got an open burglary of a building. Don't say anything. I don't need your help.
It's at 2023-7110 Barker Cyclist Road. We responded to Rainforest Car Wash, spoke with the manager, said the defendant was a former employee, had broken into the business and stole vacuum and buffer. Victim said the defendant came back and asked for his job bag. Manager showed business surveillance to the police of the defendant pulling up in his Lincoln Navigator, forcing his way into the business and taking the property.
Mr. Applegate, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or dope, I will put you in jail, and I'm going to make your bond extremely high. Do you understand? My sole purpose in life is to protect every single person and every single piece of property in Harris County. If I find that you act like a fool while you're out there in the free world, I will take it away from you in a heartbeat. Do you understand? I don't care what you're doing. I don't care where you're going. I don't care who you're with. You endanger my property. You endanger my public. I'm going to light you up. Do you understand? What do you do for a living?
I'm not unemployed right now. Right now, I'm just doing cleanup, like cutting the trees down and everything like that because of the storms.
Do you have a full-time job? It's time for you to get a full-time job. You have way too much time on your hands and you are becoming self-destructive. All you're doing is picking up more cases, doing stuff you shouldn't be doing. Do you understand? I will appoint you a lawyer today. I'm going to bring you back in 2 weeks and I want to see what you have done to get a full-time job. If you've done nothing, it's just not going to go well for you. Do you understand me? I don't know if there's an application on file or not. Deeds is not working again. For now, I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while I find you a lawyer. After that, you're going to meet with Tracy for your bond conditions. You are now on notice. I'm telling you, if you don't have anyone to pony up a $10,000 to $15,000 bond on you, you will be stuck like Chuck in jail until this case is over. Behave yourself. Do you understand? All right. Translator?
No, I speak English.
Is your GPS monitor operational?
Yes, it is now. I had no power up until today. My power's been off in the room I've been staying.
My only concern.
But that was, yeah, it's up, it's operational.
My only concern are two things. Number one, that GPS remains operational. And number two, you do not have contact with the complaining witness. Do you understand? If I find that you have contact with this person, I'm going to triple, if not quadruple your bond. I will deem that you refuse to comply with bond conditions, and I'm well within my right to make your bond $50,000, and I will. This is the third to fourth time that you have persisted in trying to have contact with this person. I don't care if she comes to you. I don't care if she texts you. I don't care if your daughter comes and says, hey, Dad, come on, let's have contact with Mom. I don't care. Do you understand? Mm-hmm is not an answer.
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
There's not been a third, fourth time. But I understand.
You have a felony assault. You have a violation of protective order. You have another assault, and then you have another contact, which is why I put you in jail. That's 4.
Whoa, man, amazing car. When did you become a millionaire?
What is this for?
We're trying to get advice.
Don't have contact with this person. As long as you can do that, you and I will be best friends. Do you understand? I'm not asking for much. Just don't have contact and no weapons. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Just
nothing else matters. I mean, excuses don't matter. These are not mistakes. These are choices. You can either make a good choice or you can make a bad choice. There's no mistakes in life. A mistake is I left my wallet at home, not, oops, I met with the complaining witness at a motel. That's not a mistake. It's a choice. So we'll just reset the case now. We'll do the felony case is set for August 22nd. We can set it for the day after.
Okay, perfect.
I just want to make sure with pretrial that no drugs, no alcohol, and that the device is operational, and then that's it. And then after that, you'll be free to go.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused for now? Thank you so much.
After your case being 350 days old, you've taken off on us multiple times. And in December, we spoke about the offer that you had 2 hours of community service and a class for dismissal. Yet, reset after reset, and then you just blow us off. So why would we reward you with letting you go to try to get this thing dismissed, Mr. Robinson?
You can answer the judge, yes, sir.
Your Honor, when I got a letter that says do not appear to court on December 5th. So I never spoke to anyone after being here in August. I never spoke to anyone, but I do have a job. I'm a working member of this society.
Do you think that just because you don't have to appear for one setting, that the thing goes away? Poof, like a fart in the wind?
No one called me or contacted me, Your Honor, and I was unaware.
Then it is your responsibility to contact the lawyer. You are not Mr. King Robinson, where people are going to throw down a red carpet for you, sir. This is your case. It is your responsibility. They're not going to sit there and try to catch you. Oh, come on, Mr. Robinson, can you please come to court? No, it doesn't work like that. And you have had enough cases in the past to know how the justice system works. So why would we let you go? To me, you know, you get one PR bond to make things right. I'm not down with giving you multiple PR bonds. I'm not. What do you do for a living?
So account manager.
How much money do you make a month?
I only retain 2,000 out of it.
You're telling me you make $50,000?
Sir.
How much do you make a month?
He brings in $2,000 a month, Your
2,000,
Honor,
yes.
before his expenses. His child support is approximately $495 a month plus $100 in that child support. So
7 kids, it's $500 a month? That can't be possible. Does the court know about your 7 kids, or do they only know about 1 kid? Because typically, child support for 1 kid is around $400 a month, not 7 kids.
Sir, Your Honor, I took a Zoom call with the Attorney General, and my wife was online, and that's what he ordered, sir.
What is the offer on this case now?
the prosecutor has offered a PTI of 90 days. It was originally a 45-day PTI offer.
I'm not resetting this case for 90 days.
Or he will.
Neither could I, Gail. Neither could I. I will say this, because I don't think John's here today. I'll tell you what. These people dodging depositions, guess what? I'm going to lock your ass up because you're violating the law. Evading service, I'm going to lock your ass up. It's contempt of court. They don't. Lisa and all the rest of them. They don't want me to be. They don't want me to be a judge on their case. I'm all 100% behind Jeremy. But some of the garbage that these people are pulling. Number one, if I was a judge, all this dodging bullshit. One, I'd have them locked up because it's contempt of court. 2, I'd have Randy send me a motion to file a default judgment against all these people that keep evading. Number 3, all the motions that Lisa and her buddies put in to be dismissed, I would deny every single one of them. And what was another one? If they tried to get the motion, to get the default dismissed or set aside, I would deny it. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm serious. There's too much dodging and dipping going on around here. And it pisses me off. Jeremy said he's $430,000 already into the hole with all these lawsuits, and they keep dodging and keep stretching it. Like I said, they're lucky I'm not a judge. I'm serious. If you dodge, do you want me to look it up? I know if you dodge a subpoena, you can go to jail. I know you have to pay a fine. But and dipping a deposition, dipping on a deposition. A deposition is a court-ordered thing. That's the same as contempt of court. I'd lock all their asses up for it. No shit, I would lock all of their asses up for it. I didn't want to say anything, but you know what? This is all their shit show. They started this shit, and now they're going to have to answer for their shit. That's all there is to it. They're going to have to start answering for what they are doing. And you're lucky I'm not a damn judge. I'd throw the fucking book at them. I'm serious. I would throw the fucking book at them. And this bullshit with Michael Volpe, I get your ass for third-party contact. breaking a protection order. Oh, you're lucky I'm not a judge. I hope so. I hope so. You see, that's what these people are doing in that is a miscarriage of justice. They're trying to get out of something that they started. Now they're trying to play victim. And Jeremy said he would never settle. Jeremy said he would never settle. He's gonna prosecute to the full extent of the law. And I don't blame him. I can't be nice. Nice isn't in my blood anymore. All that's in my blood is nicotine and caffeine. It's the only thing that keeps me going. I'm just saying, these people don't want me to be a judge because they wouldn't like the judgment that I put down on them. You think Judge Fleischier and Judge Bryan and Judge Webster are tough? They haven't seen me. I understand the law. And the more that I talk about these things, or we watch these cases before these judges, I'm learning more and more and more. And don't get me started on sovereign citizens. Oh my God. I think, before we get back to Judge Fleischier, I think Mr. Magoo has a hearing this month, October. That's going to be interesting. I think Mr. Magoo has an appearance in Judge Simpson's court. I think in October, but I'm not sure. But if I see it, I will play it. If I can get it, I'm going to play it. It's like I said, some stuff I would have to download it, and I really don't want to download it because I really don't want to pay for YouTube Premium. I pay $100 for internet and then pay $44.99 for StreamYard. And yeah, you can use the free StreamYard, but it doesn't let me use my intro and my outro. Yeah, exactly. Sovereign idiots. Yeah, you don't want, people don't understand that this comes out of my pocket. Let's get back to Judge Fleischier.
Has offered a time served, Your Honor.
So to get this thing dismissed, what did he have to do?
Originally, it was 45 days community service, and
I have here.
and the state increased it's now a 90-day PTI offer. Let's pull that up on my.
What do you want?
10 hours of community service and an effective decision-making class.
That's what it is. 10 hours of community service and an effective decision-making class?
Yeah, I increased the hours and skip on.
Mr. Robinson, you have 1 week to get this thing done. And I'm going to tell you now, you ever take off on me, I will make your bond $50,000.
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And if you don't have this done in a week, against my better judgment, I'm giving you the opportunity to get this thing dismissed. You have 1 week. I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care if Jesus comes down and tells you to do something different.
Zaxby's just dropped new lemon pepper. So you can get that zesty lemon and cracked black pepper flavor.
If you're not back here in a week with everything done, you will get an immediate trial setting. And all offers off the table because I will not accept anything else.
So,
Do you understand?
yes, Your Honor.
1 week. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Possession of a controlled substance, you're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On July 13th, 2024, officers were dispatched to Connie's kitchen in regards to a disturbance between a man and woman. Reporting party said a diner in a blue shirt threw a plate of food at his female companion. The security guard pointed out the defendant and it matched the description given. After an investigation, the defendant was placed in custody for a Class C assault, but found 0.1 grams of
Alprazolam, Xanax.
in a powdery form in the pocket of the defendant.
Powdery form.
Those are what I think that is, though.
Mr. Frost, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. Do you understand? If you violate these conditions, I will put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. So did he end up getting charged with a Class C assault or not? What do you do for a living, sir?
Actually, for the last 7 years, I worked for Sunbelt Rentals. So I gave material for the plant.
Are you still working?
I love this guy. Look at his suit. I love his suit.
You are on bond for DWI, and now you've picked up another DWI.
I love that suit.
We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, man.
Yes, Judge. On October 23rd, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a major one-car vehicle accident in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with a witness who observed the motor vehicle had left the scene but was still blocking a moving lane of traffic and had struck a school zone signpost. The officer also observed the defendant's motor vehicle had crashed in the direction moving against the flow of traffic, and the witness identified the defendant as the driver. EMS saw the defendant in the driver's seat of the crashed vehicle with her feet sticking out and the engine still running. Upon contact with the defendant, the officer observed bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, and unsteady balance on the defendant's person, along with a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and general disorientation and slow responses. When asked about the accident, the defendant stated she may have fallen asleep but did not remember the crash occurring. The defendant admitted to drinking and consuming Adderall, and she said that she was the sole occupant and operator of the motor vehicle. The officers recovered 2 open alcoholic beverage containers from the passenger side floorboard.
Drinking while driving?
Yes, Your Honor. And 4 unopened containers. Standard field sobriety tests were performed, HGN 4 out of 6, walk and turn 8 out of 8, and 1 leg stand 3 out of 4. A blood warrant was drafted and executed.
And Judge, on the first DWI, the lab results came back as 0.286.
0.026.
0.206, because there's a big difference. Is it 0.26?
Yes, 0.286. Yes, Judge. Yes, yes, Your Honor.
That is a very high blood test. Can you run an NCIC? I'd like to know what other kind of criminal history she has, number 1. Number 2, did we have her sign a no driving affidavit on the first one? Because if she did, I'm going to have a contempt hearing.
I don't see a no driving affidavit on file, Your Honor.
Yeah, well, her driver's license wasn't eligible though on the second DWI.
Probably because of the first and the ALR. Ms. Treadwell, I want you to be perfectly clear about something. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the citizens of Harris County. Every single day, someone dies because of a DWI in Harris County. And I will do everything in my power to protect my city. And if that means putting you in custody because you repeatedly flaunt our bond conditions, so be it. Now, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm taking you in. And now, if you do get out, you will have a strict curfew of 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. And I'm forbidding you from going within a car at all. You will now be signing an affidavit, and if I find that you drive, and I don't care what your reason is, I don't care if Jesus comes down and tells you he needs to ride to church, you get into a car and drive, I will have a contempt hearing. Every time you get into a car, it's up to 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. On one ankle, you will get a GPS monitor. On your other ankle, you're going to get a scram device, so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. As it stands now, I'm revoking your bonds and I'm putting them both at $25,000. Do you understand?
If you live in an Alabama zip code and have 0 DUIs in the last 5 years,
She goes with you.
All right, go ahead. Or sit down.
Hey, Hugh. Happy Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween. I liked it. It was good. I have Javier Galindo on docket. And if you remember the last time you took him in custody and wanted me to check with his sister, and I had a lengthy conversation with his sister. Everything's good. He can go live with her. She's a teacher, and then she's also getting her master's to become a principal now, and she's pretty
great.
Yeah. So he's in custody. I was going to see if we can get him on a PR bond.
I don't know, man. I don't.
I think last time you indicated that you would let him out. That's why you wanted me to contact his sister and see if he had a place to go.
She will take him?
Yes.
How do we get him to stop using?
She told me that he's not, she has keeps pretty good tabs on
She
him.
can hold him?
Well,
if he's, can you bring out Mr. Gallendo?
And he really has, he's like a different person now from that.
He's clean?
Yes. And so,
Now I must admit.
yeah,
You know?
I think so. Yeah, that was probably no fun.
Phil.
Yes, sir.
Talk to me while we're waiting.
Eric Gonzalez, his mom, dad, and sister are all here in
Okay.
person today.
I'm happy to talk to him.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, we were talking about the bond. I know the court will do a PR bond, but I was gonna ask for a reduction.
Are you mom and dad and everyone? Is that you? Okay, let me talk to this gentleman and then we'll talk to you. Good morning, Mr. Gallendo. How are you? You look great. You sound good. You're coherent. You're not jittery like you were when you came here last time.
Oh, I know.
So Hugh wants me to let you out. Looks like you've got a place to stay with. Shh. Looks like you've got a place to stay with your sister. My only worry is that if we let you out, you're going to go back to doing right what you're doing, using. And I don't want that to happen. I know you're going to tell me no.
Oh, yes.
Right. You've told me that before, right? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. How do we get it to stop? Therein lies the rub. I don't want to keep you, but I know if I release you, you're going to go back to using, and you're going to use grandma as the excuse.
That was just.
Perhaps it's another excuse. Perhaps it's saw Bambi and you're upset at the movie. Did we have him T-Rast? What did it recommend? That's what needs to happen. I think that with what you're using, the frequency of what you're using, the best course of action is a treatment facility. Because we let you out, you're gonna end up killing yourself. And believe it or not, I really like you. I want you to persevere, and I want you to become the great person that you can be, Javier. You know, I think that that's probably the wisest choice, to get him into a treatment facility. You know, I know that you want to get him out.
Yes, I'm just wondering.
Done this before.
Yes, but yeah, we're still all, it's all pre-trial, so I don't know. I mean, is that something he can do pre-trial, or, I mean, can he do outpatient, or?
I can't pay for anything. The only way I can pay for everything is if he's in there. If I let him out, he doesn't have a job, doesn't have a, you know, anything. He's going to be unable to pay for anything. So therein lies the excuse. Well, I can't get it done. I ain't got no money. I ain't got no job. And then it spirals into the same thing. I don't know, Hugh. I don't. I think that the best course of action is to get you into a treatment facility, Mr. Gailin.
I'll stay with my sister. I don't drink over there. I don't do nothing. I'm staying with my sister. She's a teacher. She don't let me drink. She don't let me do nothing.
She.
As if you're going to listen to her.
Yes, of course I listen to her. She's all I have. I listen to whatever she says. I babysit her son.
It seems. Living before.
I wasn't with her. I wasn't staying with her.
Living.
Just being bad. I don't. My friends, whoever. We're friends.
Street.
Yeah. But I'm with my sister now.
She does. She seems like she has a pretty tight grip on him.
Sweet gal.
She
From
does.
speaking with her.
You could get her number.
Discovery's outstanding.
Your Honor, it looks like everything's uploaded and shared with the defense.
Denny's has 5 slams starting at $5. Full meals, stacked high.
And we can set the case for trial. There's a felony that's attached to this, but I'm okay with setting it for a trial date.
Okay, I am too.
Okay.
That way, if it goes, you know, if it goes well for him, he's out. If it doesn't, I know what I'm going to do, which is what I think needs to happen regardless. Because if we let him loose on the street, he's just going to use. And we've done this game before. I've let him out before, and he goes right back to using.
He's only bond forfeited once in your court. I know one time's too many, but I know that it's not like he's been a recurring issue. This is the only time that he's had an issue with this, with the drug testing.
Let me think about that. Okay. They speak English?
Yes.
Come up. They can all come up.
Yeah, all y'all.
They can all come up. The more the merrier. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. I wish it were under better circumstances. And I'm sorry that you guys are having to come here and deal with this, but better now than 6 feet under in a pine box, right? We've had a lot of issues with him. And I think that, I don't know, I mean, I guess you realize and the spiel that I give to everybody is that you watch the news, which I hope you do, every day someone dies in Harris County from a DWI. Every single day. We in Harris County lead the nation. We
Hold all conversations.
lead the nation in DWI fatalities because it happens so much. Is it because we have 4 million people here? I don't know. Is it because Harris County is 3 hours from one side to the other? I don't know. But that's what it is. And it's disgusting. And what scares me with him is he has 3 open DWIs in 3 different counties. That is extremely scary. And we're lucky that no one has been injured. A life has not been taken because it could have gone so much worse. The reason that it's taking as long as it is because he does not have, I'm presuming he doesn't have a lawyer in Nueces, right?
This time, that's correct, Your Honor.
If you guys are able to get a lawyer for him down there, hopefully that can speed up the process to get everything working. Because here in Harris County, we have so many cases, we have so many people in custody that we move it like crazy. We're very, very fast. We're a fast-moving criminal justice system here. Fort Bend is building their way up to being as big as we are. So they're a little bit slower, but in the other counties, in like Brazos and Nueces, Corsicana, and they do things a lot slower. So if you pick up a case, you may not go to court for 6 to 8 months, and then you start dealing with it. It looks like that's what's happening over there.
Did let the family know that even though they don't have a court date yet in Nueces, getting a lawyer down there, they can talk to the DA and they can start working on the case and talking to myself and the Fort Bend lawyer, trying to get a global deal done prior to any court date even being scheduled. Because I mean, the case is open and pending. I mean, it's there. So that's where we are for now. But I think the bond in Harris County is the only thing keeping him from going home to his family. And so we're trying to figure out a way to see if the court would allow him to post maybe a lower amount for bond.
It scares me to let him out. It scares me to let him out. He's repeatedly shown us that he refuses to comply with bond conditions. If I let him out, what's going to happen? Is he going to pick up a fourth? Well, I know you're going to say no, but history tells us otherwise.
Sam, but I see where you're going with that. But my son is a 21-year-old kid. He's still a kid to me. And he messed up 3 times. Yes, he did. But he's ready to come out and do right with society and do what he's supposed to. He's going to come out. He's going to live with me. He was out there living in Corpus because he turned into a welder. And I never agreed with that with him. I told him, I said, I don't like that for you. I'm a roofing contractor. He's going to be living under my home. And he's going to be staying with me. And I will be giving him a ride to wherever I need to take him to get his stuff straight. That's what I have, and that's what I want from him, and I know that's what he wants too. He's not a bad kid like that. He's not like what we're writing him off to be. And I see your position, and because you're telling me about all these fatalities and stuff. That's not my son. Twice he was caught. He was parked. 150 times I tell you at AA that you're gonna have probably going to kill somebody. Of those 150 chances, he's got 2. He decided to stop and pull over and he didn't crash with anybody. Yes, he got caught 3 times. But he's ready to not ever drink again.
How many times has he not been caught?
He's young. He hadn't been drinking. He hadn't been drinking until 21.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 4.
Because he left and he was living on his own. He was living on my house. He didn't want to be here at my house anymore because he went out there to work. But him being a young kid, he lost his girlfriend. That we had a cousin of his committed suicide, so he had a lot of stuff going on in his head. But now this is real to him, and he's learned his lesson. He's ready to be out here, and he needs to come out here and start working. He's gonna work for me, and he's gonna make money to pay for all this mess that he got himself into. Right now, we're paying the price. He's in there.
Why are you paying the price?
Well, we're paying the price for him because he's my son, and I'll give whatever I have to get him out of there.
Sorry, I really am.
He is not like the. I mean, I don't want to. He's not like all these other people, man. I'm sorry, my kid's not like that. He's not a drug addict. He doesn't abuse anything else. He messed up with the alcohol, being too young and not knowing what to do.
How do you know? How do you know?
I just know it. Know my son. He was living with me for a long time. That's how I know him.
And I understand and I respect it. Looking through the eyes of a father, I get this a lot. But when you have 3 DWIs in 3 different counties, judges have told you repeatedly what you can and what you can't do. And you repeatedly flaunt that and just don't. And you have shown us repeatedly you're going to do whatever you want to do, regardless of what a judge tells you. And I know that that's not what you want to hear, and I'm sorry. Because I don't like to keep people in jail, but my only concern is public safety, you know? And I know that you don't like to hear it, and it pains me to do it as a father myself as well. But I don't know how else to get him to realize that when you don't abide by court orders, this is what happens. And
You read people, you see people, you've seen my son. See him, and I'm telling you, he's not gonna do this again. We want him out here so he can start working, he can work for me and he start paying for his stuff. He does no good to anyone in there. I mean, he does no good to anyone in there.
But it does though, protects the public. What I'd like to do is, we've had him TRAS, right? Okay. So what we do is I have clinicians on staff who evaluate him and tell us what the proper course of action is. We've had our clinicians evaluate him, and what that is that it's a treatment facility that's kind of like a long-term rehab type facility where it teaches him how to deal with the issues, cope, and not use alcohol as a way to cope, as a coping mechanism. After he does that rehab, we have him going into sober court, which is a long-term, an 18-month program that supervises him by one of the actual judges here that keeps him under their wing and meets with them on 2 times a month, where he would come to court, meet with them to ensure that he's on the straight and narrow. While he's with me now, I can pay for it. If he's on the outside, I can't pay for anything.
That program with other.
Right, and unfortunately, we want to do that, but I can't do anything until those other 2 cases are resolved. The idea what Will had was you've got a lawyer in Fort Bend, you have to get a lawyer in Nueces. Once you do that, we can work together all as one unit to resolve all the cases at once. And then we get them into this program. And hopefully the other counties will see it, that this is what we want to do. We've got a long-term solution to help him keep sobriety. And it's okay.
Does that mean that he has to be incarcerated during the entire?
It's an inpatient treatment facility, correct?
He would go from custody and jail here straight to the treatment facility. So he wouldn't be incarcerated, but he would not be released in between. He would go straight to the.
It's not too terribly long. It's around a 6-month program, 6 to 8. 6 if you respond well, and after that we let them out, and it's an aftercare program where he meets with us. He literally meets with the judge 2 times a month to ensure that he's on the, he's doing well. And if he does well, he gets rewarded throughout the program. They help him get his license back, help him job searches. So it's a really rewarding program. And the idea is to get him to recognize is at a young, early age now, before it spirals out of control at a later date, or either that or before you do some catastrophic damage where you're now ending up with a 40 or 50-year sentence.
Okay, be honest. Does anyone actually like their CRM? Most teams hate theirs with a passion.
Yeah, we did too.
That's the goal.
The treatment facility is called SATF, SATF. It's an acronym.
Yeah, it's Substance Abuse Treatment Facility, SATF.
But
we can't until Nueces is on board as well.
I'll talk with the family more, Judge.
You want to use all this money to get him out of jail. He needs a lawyer over there. The money, instead of getting him out, probably be better spent with the lawyer in Nueces, so that we can work all together to find a great resolution. Not just getting him out and hope he does well. We have the tools, and I can pay for everything for you. It's a $30,000 program that I'm willing to pay for you. not to mention aftercare, which is probably another 15,000. So we are footing the bill for everything. But I can't do that if he's on the outside.
Okay.
I know that it's not the answer that you want to hear, but it may be a blessing in disguise. You know, work with me. I want what's best for your son. We're not here just to throw away the key. We don't want to do that. We want to help him. Sometimes it's better in the long term to sit in there, get him in the facility, than to just put him out and throw him out there in the wolves and hopes that he does well. Okay.
I'll talk to him further. Thank you,
All
Judge. Okay.
Anna. Okay, so we've got Rico Romero.
Okay, yo ahora voy a traducir con español, todo español, ¿ok? Todo español, ¿ok? Entonces todo español.
And then Idelce.
Sí. Stay. Yes. Yes. Sí, señor.
Order in the court for the pleas.
Both of you gentlemen are charged with driving while intoxicated cases. Both of you guys have worked out agreements where cases will now reflect as convictions on your record. Mr. Idelce, you need to understand that this is a DWI second offense. If you ever get pulled over and you have the faintest smell of alcohol or dope on your breath, what is going to happen to you?
I want to be deported because I don't have papers.
That's one of the things, perhaps, yes. But first, you're looking at a prison sentence of a minimum of 2 years, a maximum of 10 years. From now on, if you pick up another DWI, you will not be with me. You will end up in felony court. A very lengthy.
I want to tell you I'm sorry that I am sorry.
Sorries don't matter to me. What matters is that it doesn't happen again. And I'm just warning you that if it does, you will now be in felony court. So if I were you, even if you have a sip of alcohol, I wouldn't get into a car because you're taking a humongous risk. The same applies to you, Mr. Rico Romero. You now have this DWI going on your record as well. If you ever get into a car and smell like alcohol or dope, likewise, you will end up going back to jail. He has 2 FSRAs upstairs. What's going on with that? 5 years? 2 years? Are they second degrees?
No, charges like the hybrids, 2 to 5. It wasn't serious.
It's a hybrid one.
That's why I feel comfortable doing this. I mean, it's the minimum.
If you're going to get into a car and maim and destroy other people, please don't. You have a DWI. You've got 2 failure to stop and render aids where you've created a ton of damage. Don't. How is that fair? All we want are our streets to be safe. Your sentence is 3 days in jail with credit for the 4 days that you've done. You're giving up, both of you guys are giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You could be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, you can never change this or undo this. Now, you, Mr. Rico Romero, it looks like after these cases, you still have to deal with the felony cases. And then after that, it looks like you also have an immigration detainer as well. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated? Guilty?
Culpable o no culpable? Culpable o no culpable? Guilty.
Find you guilty. I'm going to suspend your driving privilege for 1 year. Do not drive. And please, don't kill anyone.
In a world where you've constantly been told what you can't do, who will you choose to be when presented with something different? Ask your healthcare provider what could be.
Never sue the other driver after a car accident. There's a better way to get paid a way bigger check without having.
Mr. Idelce, you've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 365 days in jail,
35 días en la cárcel,
to be probated for 18 months.
18 meses.
As part of the probation, you will do a repeat offender DWI education class. You will do 2 victim impact panels. No drugs, no alcohol. No breath test refusal. So if you are pulled over in a car, you must, and an officer asks you to submit to a breath test, you must submit to a breath test. If you don't, you are in violation of this probation. You must also do 5 days in jail as a condition of this probation. This is to begin tomorrow.
Yes. Mañana va a empezar a presentarse usted.
Do you want him to hear or report?
¿Dónde se va a reportar?
Okay. By 6 p.m. You must report by 6 p.m. to the 701 San Jacinto. If you fail to report,
Okay.
if you fail, sorry,
I will show it to him what to report.
we give him paperwork to you, Mr. No, you don't have to. But I want you to understand that if you are someone who is repeatedly late, they're not going to take you. And if they don't take you, the full range of punishment is available to you.
Si no lo toman ahí de nuevo o algo, va a tener más problemas.
Pero yo voy a estar a las 6 ahí.
I'm going to be there at 6 p.m.
I would be there before.
Yo diría que estuve
Before.
4 o'clock.
Okay. How do you plead to the offense of driving?
Usted declara la ofensa de manera
Offense,
totalmente
guilty
intoxicado,
or
culpable o
not
no
guilty?
culpable. Guilty.
Okay. He also has a felony case, Mr. Nuiza.
Tiene una felonía, pero la felonía se lo quitaron.
Let me make one thing clear to you.
Eso es algo claro.
How old are you?
¿Qué edad tiene usted, señor?
45 años.
45.
You're not a spring chicken.
Es un niño, ya no son niños ustedes.
You don't look like you're in the best of shape. If you're doing that kind of dope, it's going to ravage your body and you'll likely end up dead. So, 45-year-olds can't be using the dope that 18-year-olds do. Get my drift? We don't want to see you in a pine box. What about the DPS fines and fees and surcharges, Mr. Newland? Mr. Idelce, what do you do for a living?
Trabajo medio tiempo a veces de construcción. De construcción y a veces tengo mi esposa que tengo que mantener.
Then I have to take care of my wife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
De construcción, pero no trabajo mucho, medio tiempo.
Just give him a long hand.
$300 por mes.
The six.
Solamente lo que le preguntan, nada más conteste.
Just have him do that. All right. We wish you the best of luck, gentlemen. I am suspending your license for a year. Do not drive until you get a license, Mr. Idelce. And good luck to you, gentlemen. Oh, enhancements. I'm sorry. No more. Sorry. Mr. Idelce, is it true that you had a prior DWI in 22 in our court?
El 22 es cierto que usted tuvo otro DWI aquí en esta corte.
Sí.
Yes.
Is it true that you also had a .15 or above in this case?
5 tenía consejos de alcohol.
Imagino que sí.
Yes, I
Is
imagine.
it also true that you had an open container in this case as well?
Se llama un contenedor abierto como el carro cuando lo pararon.
Contenedor como
cerveza o algo abierto.
Oh, sí.
Yes. Yes.
Tell you now, Mr. Idelce, that you will be required to pay the DPS fines and fees and surcharges that are now $6,000 to pay. I will give you time to pay it, but if you don't pay it, a warrant will issue. And for every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. Do you understand?
Pero no tengo.
We will put you on a payment plan for 2 years and you will be required to pay it.
Dice que le van a dar plan de pago.
I will waive the court costs, but with the DPS fines, you're going to have to pay that.
Se llaman los costos de la corte, pero eso es una multa del Estado, de DPS. Ahí le van a dar ¿cómo se llama? Tiempo para pagar.
Hey guys, good luck.
Suerte.
CC.
Judge, may we get an order to get the device?
Well,
But he'll have to put on another one whenever he's ready.
no. I mean, he needs a device though. He can't go without a device. Does he have a Guardian Interlock now or a portable device?
That's the portable one. He came to.
Let me make sure that he has it.
He has it.
And that it's operational, Mr. Newell, and then if so, yeah.
He showed it to me now. Where is the machine? The portable
La
one.
máquina que tiene.
And it's operational?
Here.
¿Está trabajando?
Sí, está trabajando. Ya.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, because he's paying for the 6,000. Yeah. Okay, all right.
Thank you,
We're
Judge.
gonna waive the probation fees because he's doing that other one, which is probably like a. Okay, sure.
It's a time served on a trespass.
I don't know if I'm ready to just let him out. I don't, because I truly think that if I let him out, he's just gonna start using again. And that's what I don't want to
This is
happen.
his only time. This is his only mess up while he's out on bond now.
The only way that I would have is to have him come twice a week to test, so I know that he's not using, right? And I'm gonna tell you now, it's a for, how long do you think it's gonna take?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the only way that I can really know that if he's not using is to constantly test.
Yeah. And even still back
He's
there.
gonna do that? You think he's gonna wanna do that, come up here twice a week to try to test?
I don't think he wants to, but I think he will. But I haven't never had any issues with him showing up. But I mean, so should I just get a trial setting or should we?
Yeah, of course. I mean, yeah, and because it's a jail case, we'll do it as soon as you want.
Okay.
You know, I gotta give them at least 30 days so they can get all their motions and subpoenas out, but you know, we can get you already have a case December 3rd that we set, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Set on the 3rd? Yeah. Set up a trial on the 3rd, you said?
Sure.
Yes.
Gotcha.
I have a trial set that day as well, but.
It does.
I did.
Sent you a jail case that day.
Yes.
So I'm saying we could do the same thing.
Okay. Let's do that.
If you live in an Alabama zip code and have 0 DUIs in the last 5 years.
Minutes.
What, Mr. Smart? Ay. What's going on with you, man?
I'm supposed to be on medication.
Did they just pick you up?
Yes,
You still coming down or what?
no, I've been here for a couple of months.
Here for a couple of weeks.
When did he get a, when did he get picked up?
It's been since 9/16.
You've been in custody here since 9/16?
Yes.
Continuously?
No, I think.
I know, but it keeps happening, Mr. Smart, and you keep picking up trespasses and you keep coming back here and I'm sorry, you don't come back here. This is now our 4th trespass case and you never come back. The days of catch and release are over. Do you understand? And I am now, any more cases that you pick up with me, we will now be working on getting you treatment so that it stops happening. Where are you living?
With the friends.
Who's in your life right now?
My sister, my mom.
I've been speaking with his father, but they live up in Fort Worth.
Why aren't you living with them?
Me and my dad don't see our eyes sometimes.
Can I take a guess why?
I'm not trying to lie. He's
Mr. Smart, you have now, for the past 3 years, have been in and out of custody. And before you know it, 15 years are going to pass, and you're going to look like that little Quasimodo dude on the side of the road begging for money because they've got no job, no prospects, but only addiction issues, never willing to take care of it. Toothless. Is that what you want? How long has he been in custody?
Since September 13th.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not. I think that we need to have Mr. Smart TRAS to see what the problem is, why it continues to happen, and so it stops. We're working on since 22, early 22, burglary of a building, trespass, assault, trespass. And now I'm not doing this anymore with you, Mr. Smart. I'm not going to do this. So we will have you evaluated. I want you to talk to my clinicians to find out what's going on with your life, to see what we can do to help you out, to get you out of this rut before you kill yourself or worse. No more. Do you understand? We will do it expedited, so it's not going to sit here and languish. So today's Thursday? Hopefully we can get the TRAS done tomorrow.
Okay.
We can come back maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, and figure out what they say, where the proper course of action is.
Sure.
Mr. Smart,
okay,
please be honest to the people that we have you talk to. If I get a report back and it tells me that you're all rainbows and gumdrops and there's no issues, I'm going to send you right back to do it again. Do you understand? Be honest, because we want to help you. That's the only way that we can. Okay? See you on Tuesday or Wednesday. Thanks, you.
Unfortunately,
There are so many other fish in the sea. It's ridiculous to let someone get under your skin so much so that it causes you to lose control. It's ridiculous. It's silly. Mr. Adami, you're charged with unlawful restraint. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay, I have.
On September 23rd, 2024, officers were dispatched to a welfare check at 10-0101 Morocco Road in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the complainant. The complainant, the defendant's girlfriend, stated she had been living with the defendant for about 4 months, was doing housework in the room with the defendant, and the defendant went through the complainant's phone before leaving the residence. The complainant stated she was on the phone with her friend when the defendant called, but the complainant did not answer the defendant. The defendant texted the complainant asking what she was doing. The complainant replied she was on the phone with her friend, and the defendant became upset and texted her to leave the residence. The complainant stated she heard a door being slammed, realized the defendant had returned, and the defendant walked into a room with a trash bag for her, telling her to pack her shit and leave. The complainant asked the defendant why the phone was hung up, and he told her that stuff was found on her phone and stated he wanted to slap her. The complainant stated the defendant slapped her face with his right hand and told her to get out. The complainant walked out of the residence, and the defendant agreed to take her to a friend's house. That's when the defendant and the complainant argued for approximately 10 minutes in the vehicle, during which the defendant punched her 4 times with his right hand on her left shoulder, and the complainant was about to get out when the defendant stated that he would beat the shit out of her if she did leave the vehicle. The complainant tried twice to leave the vehicle, and both times the defendant threatened her. The defendant stated, "Why do you keep crying, you bitch? I really want to slap you. What are you scared of?" The complainant went to the restroom, left the phone in the vehicle after the defendant said to do so, but the defendant followed her, told her to get out of the bathroom, and gave her two choices: to either call her ex-boyfriend or go to Bissonnette Street to give herself out. The complainant stated she felt pain both times she was hit, but did not require medical attention. The complainant said she was scared of the defendant. The defendant was ID'd with his Texas identification.
So they charged a felony assault on this. And this.
Yes.
It's an assault of previous judge.
Previous.
He has, from what I see, a prior felony assault of a pregnant person. Tell me it's the same complaining witness. Mr. Adame, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case.
Does not appear to be the same complainant, Your Honor.
If I drug test you now, what are you going to test positive for? I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test. I want to know what you're going to test positive for. Why are you so angry? You know, this life can be a great life where you have a lot of fun, or it can be a completely rotten, miserable life. And now you're working on your third case, right? All of them violent offenses where at some point your ass is going to get thrown into prison. What do you think they'll do to a small guy like you in prison? This is your second time now you're facing up to 10 years in prison. We, you and I, are now going to work on this anger issue. And if you don't, I'm going to keep you with me. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
First thing we're going to do is I'm sending you for a drug test. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have you come back and you and I are going to figure out what to do to work on these anger issues so it stops. How old are you? Well, how old?
22.
What do you do for a living?
I'm looking at concrete.
Did you graduate from high school?
No, sir.
That's the first thing we're also going to work on as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to send him for right now for a drug test. We'll have him come back and we'll go from there. If you fail to come back, or if you fail to take the drug test, I will double what your felony bond is right now. Do you understand me? Okay, I'll have you sign a reset and then you'll get with Rachel and we'll see you back here in half an hour. I don't want to talk about the case. Do you understand? Why so angry?
I've been going through a lot lately, especially my mom passed away eventually. Like
Okay.
these years. Like, I've been having financial problems lately too. So it's just been like stressing for me lately.
Does this help?
No, it made it worse.
Yeah. And the problem is that I get you're angry. We all get angry.
Yes, sir.
Case.
Yes, sir.
That makes it so it's just so much worse. It's expensive. Now you have to take time out of your day to come out here. You could be looking at prison time up to 10 years now. You know, you've already done that once. They've already reduced one case to a misdemeanor. Do you think they're going to keep doing that?
No, sir.
No. The idea is now we need to get to the root of the problem and figure out why this continues to happen. And the other thing is to find an outlet so that when you do get angry, because it's going to happen,
yes, sir.
And it's going to happen a lot, but to find another way to be able to deal with it,
yes, sir.
so that you don't unleash on someone else. Carl, what I was thinking is probably doing some kind of, as a condition of bond, anger management classes so that we know he's trying to address the issue so you don't pick up yet a fourth case,
Yes, sir.
right? There are programs out there that you can use that are free. It's just a matter of finding them.
Yes, sir.
Because the last thing we want is you to go to prison and lose nearly a decade of your life because of some stupid thing. You know, there are so many other fish in the sea. It's ridiculous to let someone get under your skin so much so that it causes you to lose control. It's ridiculous. It's silly when 9 times out of 10, had you just let it just, whatever, and just walk around. All right, whatever. Is that what you want? Okay. You walk around, turn the other way, and just walk. I mean, you would have probably made that person so much more, I don't want to say angry, but that's the right way of doing things. If you see someone that's doing something that you don't like, who cares? Just move on. That's what life's about. So that's what I want you to do.
Yes, sir.
I want to somehow address these anger issues so you're not coming back over and over and over. So we don't have a fourth. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I've given you a lawyer. You're not allowed to use alcohol. You're not allowed to use dope while you're out on this bond. You're not allowed to have contact with the complaining witness in this case. You pick up another case, or you don't follow these conditions, I will be so upset. I'm going to have smoke coming out of my ears. And if that happens, you will be on the losing end of it. Do you understand? If you don't have someone to pony up 10 to 15,000, you will be stuck like Chuck in here until this thing is over. Now, the other thing is this dude never graduated from, how far did you get in school?
9th grade.
9th grade. Come on, man. You need to at least get your high school diploma, and we need to work on that as well.
Yes, sir.
So I want you to start looking into GED classes. So at a minimum, you get your high school diploma. Before you ride out of here, that's what I would like. That would make me extremely happy. If at a minimum, when we cut you loose, you have your high school diploma. I'm going to bring you back here in 2 weeks, and I want to see what you have done to get into GED classes. If you've done nothing, life will not go well between you and I. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Judge, he tested, he already drug tested today. He tested.
That's a negative today.
Yes.
Good. I'm very happy for that. Just continue that up. I don't want any dope, any alcohol.
Yes, sir.
Understand? Okay?
I give him some documentation, anger management, and talking about the GED.
Please. Okay. And then if you need anything,
yes, sir.
We have resources here with the Managers Assigned Counsel that can help you out. All you need to do is ask, and we will help you in any way we can.
Thank you.
Okay. Judge, we have the correct address for the complainant now.
Okay. Are you cool with that? Okay. So the address on the MOAP is where he lives.
So they were living together and she's now living with her mother. So
Okay.
that will be the correct address. Is that new one? And I have it right here.
What about contact between the two? Does she want contact? Do you know?
She would like to pursue charges and she does not want any contact with the defendant. She's
Okay.
actually quite scared of the defendant and believes that if he can't have contact with her, then he's going to ask other people to get in contact with her.
No. He's don't have contact with the person 3 times a week. Or let's do, I don't want to go overboard. Let's do 2 times a week. I want you to do anger management classes. And I want you to prove it to me with a worksheet that you're doing it. If you don't, you know what happens. Do you understand? We're going to fix this thing one way or the other. Okay. So I will amend the agreement so they can go back to this house on the order for protection. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Do you have any clue what they would do to you in prison? Take a guess. You'll be someone's bitch real quick. Really. Mr. Geenan, you stand charged with interference with emergency request for assistance.
Yes, sir.
You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. This year's not been a very good year for you, man.
No, sir.
You now stand, you also have 2 open aggravated assaults against a public servant. All right.
August 18, 2024, in Harris County, Texas, officers responded to a disturbance in the 19400 block in 45 freeway. Officers came into contact with the complaining witness and learned that the complaining witness' boyfriend interfered with the complaining witness's ability to call 911 during an argument. The complaining witness stated that she and the defendant were arguing about relationship issues, and the complaining witness is 3 months pregnant. The defendant was driving the complaining witness's car during the argument, and at some point they pulled over at the residence. The complaining witness asked the defendant to exit the vehicle before she called 911. The defendant refused to exit the vehicle and grabbed her phone and began to dial 911. Where the CW began to dial 911, that's when the defendant reached over and took the complainant's phone. While doing so, the defendant disconnected the 911 call. The complainant then grabbed the defendant's phone and dialed 911. The defendant then removed the complainant's car keys from the ignition, threw the complainant's phone and keys away from her, and walked away from the scene prior to the officer's arrival. Upon reviewing the 911 call, the officer could observe the complainant yelling, "Stop!" and also hear a struggle while the complainant said, "Let me go, Kevin. Oh my God, what is wrong with you?" The phone line stayed open for approximately 14 seconds longer. The second call begins with the complainant crying, hyperventilating, and stating that she got into an argument with her boyfriend. The complainant then stated that the defendant put her hands on her when she took his phone to call the police.
What happened with the aggravated assaults? And I guess my other question, any alcohol or dope in this one here?
There's no allegations in this current case. And the aggravated assaults, they're still pending, Your Honor.
Sure. How bad? Are we talking, did he shoot someone, point a gun?
I can briefly tell you, Your Honor.
You're representing him upstairs?
Yes.
Great.
And it was basically two officers that were directing traffic off duty. He didn't see them as he lives near a mosque and there was all this traffic. And he laid on the horn and then the guy like grabbed the door to open it and then he drove on it. And then, so one guy's claims his hand was hurt and then another officer stepped in front of him. And he said he
hit the officer.
What he claims. But
any injuries? No. Mr. Geenan, I'm going to find Mr. Geenan, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now setting your bond at $5,000. So, what about the relationship now? You know, at the end of the day, you need to distance yourself from anyone and everyone in your life that could potentially put you in jail. Because just listen, you know, if it's the type of relationship that you're constantly butting heads like two billy goats, it's probably best to get away. Especially being that she's pregnant, she's hormonal, she's going to be moody, you know, she needs help, her feet swell, you know, and at times will be extremely stressful. If you're the type of person that loses it and just can't, then don't. Because you're the one that's going to end up in custody. Your bonds are $70,000 now. You violate these conditions, you're going to end up with a $500,000 bond.
I will say he's in counseling, Your Honor. We're going to make some changes.
I think that's a great thing. If you truly are, the idea is, and I'll tell you that I would say 90% of the jail population in custody now are there because they have no self-control. They just wig out, flip out, and do whatever without thinking of consequence. And that's why I'm there. Do you have any clue what they would do to you in prison? Take a guess. You'll be someone's bitch real quick. Really. It's not fun. And I'm telling you, I've read stuff that turned me white. It was as bad. It had me in damn near tears because it's so bad.
Yes, sir.
In prison. And you? Mm-mm. So, state, as far as contact with the complaining witness, what do you guys, have you been able to rip? Do we know that she wants to have contact? I want to honor her with, until I know that she wants to have contact with him, I'm going to order no contact because I don't know what she wants and I want to honor her wishes. I want you to know that I am entering in what's called a protective order, if there's not one in now. Let me see. This is a protective order that identifies, is it Evadne? Is that right? Evadne DeCruz as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person. Commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works. This, if you violate this, they will file an additional charge against you. So be very careful. I want to know what she wants. So if you guys can get the phone number to them and they can get the rip done, then we can modify these conditions today, and I'm happy to do it. Just,
Understood.
as it stands now, the only way we're gonna release him is you have a bonding company here now?
Yes, they're on their way.
Okay, so you're gonna stay with us until we know that a bonding company comes, and then we'll have you sign conditions, okay? I'm ordering you now, don't consume alcohol or drugs. I'm gonna randomly test you. If I find that you use any kind of alcohol or dope, I'm gonna put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds from me. Do you understand? Okay, guys.
Is it okay if you sit in?
Yes, we'll have him sit in the jury box now. And then just, if you can get,
I will.
yeah, I got you. Thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
William Michael Thompson. Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing 6 months in jail. Sorry, is it Class A? You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer, a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir.
Judge. On September 12th, 2024, officer was traveling westbound on the South San Houston Parkway, a public roadway in Harris County, Texas, when the officer observed a stopped car in the third moving lane of traffic with its lights off. The officer found the driver to be asleep in the driver's seat and made contact with the driver, waking him up with his flashlight. The officer observed him to be confused, unable to unlock his door, and upon opening the door, the officer observed glassy eyes, slurred speech, and the odor of an alcoholic beverage emitting from the defendant's person. The defendant admitted to coming from a party where he had been drinking. The officer detained the defendant and relocated the scene to a nearby parking lot for scene safety. The defendant consented to standard field sobriety test, HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 8 out of 8, one leg stand 3 out of 4. Defendant was read the DIC and consented to breath. The defendant blew a 0.167 and a 0.168. Defendant found to be on bond for DWI out of Fort Bend County from 2024.
What? He's on bond right now for another DWI?
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, hell no.
Your Honor, it looks like it may have been disposed. I'll check.
Please.
There's no disposition known in the NCSC, so I don't know. It's just open. I can see if I can find out.
Is your DWI currently open in Montgomery County?
Or in Fort Bend County.
Or Fort Bend County? Yes. They gave you a PR bond in this case. I'm taking away your PR bond, sir. I'm taking you into custody now. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm taking away your privilege to drive, and I'm giving you a curfew so you're not out in the middle of the night, and I'm going to put an ankle monitor on you. If I find that you're out in the middle of the night or you consume alcohol, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you either get in a car and drive or consume alcohol. I will have a hearing. If they prove it to me, I will slap you with 180 days. And if you continue to consume alcohol, I will put you in a rehab facility. If I find that you drive a car, then I'll put you in jail for up to 6 months every time you drive. Do you understand? Yes, sir. Don't send him down, please, because I'm going to need him to sign a whole host of conditions. We were talking about you, so it's only fair that you hear what's going on. You know, it seems that you had a pretty sweetheart deal, it looks like, in Fort Bend, and now all that has gone through the tubes. I've known him for a long time. I've known him for at least 20 years. Great working relationship, and I love the way it works. And he's asking me to either give you a PR bond or a low bond. And I'm thinking to myself, why would I do that? Because you do whatever you're going to do, and you don't care what anybody else says. Why would we bend over backwards to help someone like that? Why? Just because you're sorry? Actions speak louder than words. You telling me sorry, you telling me I'm never going to do this again. We heard that before. And where we are now. Tell me what you would like.
Judge, I'd like you to consider a $500 surety bond. He's already on $6,000 in misdemeanor bonds and complying with those conditions. I'm not saying he was complying, but I'm saying now he's going forward complying with conditions. And he can only operate now a vehicle with an interlock device. And your condition right now says no driving. I'd like to address that, but
on the amount of bond. If you consider he makes $300 a week, he works for his dad. They do driving things. They
No, you don't.
Well, he's a courier. He wasn't a courier this night in question. Okay, so then
go ahead.
So you have that total, it sounds like, they're driving. He lives with his grandmother. He has some bills, and he makes about $1,200 a month. Right now, he's spent what he has, and he has to reach out to other family members for any kind of assistance. So he has a good family. They certainly want to help, but they don't have a lot of means either, I think. And he's going to have to deal with Fort Bend now in a way that he's probably going to hopefully get a straight probation out there and work something out here in some form of fashion and some expedition of going on there. There's some issues in this case, but
Mr. Thompson, I want you to understand that when I have someone that comes into my court with multiple DWIs, I usually set bonds somewhere in the neighborhood of around $15,000 to $20,000, if not higher. That's what I normally do. When someone has 2 open DWIs, I always take their privilege to drive away from me. Why would we put and endanger the streets of Harris County when you have repeatedly shown that you failed to care about any bond conditions? You've repeatedly shown it. So I'm sorry, Troy, I'm not going to let him drive. He's got 2 open DWIs. Not only that, but I don't want him out in the middle of the night. I'm going to give you a curfew. And I'm going to, on one ankle, I'm going to put a scram ankle monitor so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. On your other ankle, you're going to get a GPS monitor so I know that you're not out in the middle of the night. And I'm going to tell you now, if I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail every time you drive. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Hopefully now we will get your attention. And to me, if you think that you're going to garner any sympathy because you live with grandma or they make $300 a day, nope. Luckily, no one was really injured, because then you would really be up Shisa Creek. And then you'd really be in custody with bonds in the quadruple to quintuple digits. I can't, because $500 is something that we give to someone on usually a first offense. I have another guy here with another DWI, a $500 bond. Someone who has 3 open cases, 2 of them being very dangerous cases, I can't possibly do that. And I'm going to tell you, quite frankly, you're lucky that it's now only at $5,000, because ask me. I always set it at $15,000 to $20,000 on a second DWI. So if you now get a taste of jail, perhaps that's what it needs. I will say this, Troy, that I will waive the fee on all of his devices that he's going to have, because that'll save him a pretty penny right there. I'm waiving all your fees, which right now, garnering everything that I have on you now, is probably going to be around, $1,200 to $1,500 a month in fees that I'm waiving. So, and because so, I will not entertain any excuses from you. Do you understand? All right. Good luck. You got it. Thank you. Joseph.
Did you know you can keep your critical devices in your home powered on during an outage? And without
Good morning.
And you're charged with interference with duties of a public servant. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, man. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
This is on April 28, 2024, officers observed multiple people fighting in the parking lot of Stampede Bar located in 925 Tex Freeway. Also observed the defendant Autumn Champagne grab one person and throw them to the ground. While officers attempted to separate them, the defendant turned around, swung her hand, knocking off the officer's radio, slightly pushed him back. The person thrown to the ground declined to prosecute and uncooperative. criminal history. It was a assault on a family member, 2021 in Harlem City. However, that case was dismissed.
Wait. So how did she interfere? What did she do?
So-
Read it again, will you?
Well, that's what I wrote. I can tell you the facts of the case. There was a fight. There was an officer there. He was in a parking lot. There was a fight that was ensued. He entered into the fight.
The officer did.
The officer entered into the fight as she and another person was fighting and was separated in her attempt to swing on the other person that she was fighting with. The officer interfered and the blow landed on the officer's radio. Officer acknowledged that he was not harmed or injured.
What? No. Did you hear about this on Champagne? Oh. Yeah, all right. Ma'am, I'm gonna find no probable cause in your case. Be careful, you know? You get into a pissing match with officers, who's gonna win?
Yeah.
All right, so be careful. All right, just hang tight and take a seat, Green, but I'll find no probable cause. Yes, ma'am. Daniel Alvarez. Mr. Alvarez, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
So Judge, on May 3rd, 2024, officers were dispatched to 3918 Atascocita Road, apartment 921. Regarding a family assault, law enforcement officers made contact with the complainant, who stated that the defendant had left to the other side of the apartment complex in the vehicle. Law enforcement officers searched the property and found the defendant and ID'd him by his Texas driver's license. The defendant stated that there was only a verbal argument and nothing physical occurred. The defendant was detained for continued investigation. Officers spoke with the complainant, who had visible injuries and scrapes on her left knee and busted lip. The complainant stated that she attempted to kick out the defendant for yelling at her kids. Then the defendant became angry and tried to take her phone away. When wrestling over the phone hit her lip. The defendant grabbed her right arm and threw her to the ground. The defendant stated the complainant stated it caused her pain. The complainant and the defendant have been in a dating relationship for 3 years, Your Honor. He doesn't have any priors.
I show that as a juvenile arrest, though. Do you
Any
know
prior adult history, Judge?
what kind of juvenile history? Does he have any assault of history as a juvenile?
I'll pull it up right now, Judge. Let me, it's just running slow for me. I don't, it's not popping up for me, Judge.
Mr. Alvarez, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. So you have children with this lady, right? How many kids do you have with this person? What's the dynamic of the relationship now?
So right now, my client is living with his mom after he got kicked out from HPD. I did talk to a complainant witness. She's the one who reached out to hire me, and she's pretty much recanting, Judge. They want some conditions that says no harassing or threatening communication. They are talking through his mom to exchange the child, and there's no court order for child support or anything. They're thinking that they're gonna come back together once this thing is all over. But he knows he doesn't want to violate any conditions whatsoever, Your Honor.
I'm ordering you now not to have any threatening or harassing contact with the complaining witness in this case. A protective order was issued on the 4th of this month for Elizabeth Cortez Pena. Understand that we take that extremely serious. One of those things, you cannot threaten or harass her. Understand that it doesn't matter what you think is threatening or harassing. I could give a rat's behind what you think is threatening or harassing. It's what she perceives. So can conduct alone violate this? If I go like this, is that threatening or harassing? It most certainly is. So conduct alone can violate. So be careful. I don't know what kind of relationship you have with her, but if it's something where you're always butting heads, it's probably not a good idea to have a lot of contact with this person. Do you understand? Because if she calls the DAs or calls anyone and says that you're creating problems, you're the one that's going to go to jail, not her. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you ever have any issues, talk to counsel. You can always talk to me to work through these issues, but I'm not going to play games with you. Any violence, any kind of disturbing behavior, I will put you in jail. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect the public. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So if you can file no threatening or harassing, please. please, and no weapons throughout the pendency of this case. You have a lawyer, stay in contact with her. She will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming back here needlessly. Don't pick up any new cases. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand? Okay. I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I'm gonna have you take a seat in the jury box. I will get your bond conditions. You'll sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go. All right? Thanks. Yes, ma'am. Please, you too. Andre Bautista. Mr. Bautista, you're charged with unlawful carrying a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you. I see that you also have a DWI as well. So on that one, you're facing up to 6 months in jail. We're going to do probable cause on both. Please don't say anything.
What? Another deal one? Oh, Monday CRM, stop it. Did I?
So 5424 officer was parked in Harris County, Texas for an hour to study for an upcoming
drug recognition exam. Okay.
And while studying, he observed the speed by traveling at what officer visibly estimated to be approximately 65 miles per hour, 65 to 70 miles per hour, which was in a 45 mile per hour zone. The officer's turn is marked police vehicle, lights on and sirens for 3 seconds as a warning to the driver to slow down. But then he pursued his vehicle. The officer observed the vehicle again visually, observed the vehicle traveling about 70 miles per hour again. Radar locked vehicle at 75 miles per hour in the 45 mile per hour zone. Traffic stop. Traffic stop was initiated. Officer observed that there was a stream of dry vomit down the driver's side of the car, originating from the front driver's side window. The driver had vomit on his shirt and pants. The defendant had red, bloodshot eyes and a moderate odor of alcoholic beverage emanating from his breath. The defendant admitted he had drank 2 large margaritas and 2 shots of tequila. STs, 6 out of 6 clues, HGNs, 4 out of 8, walking turns, 2 out of 4 clues, 1 leg stand test. While inventorying his vehicle, incident to arrest, officer found a Glock model 19 Gen 5, 9x19 millimeter semi-automatic pistol in the center console under the thermal armrest. The IC was red. He consented to a Brett. However, the intoxilizer gave a reading of unacceptable sample. After multiple attempts, blood warrant was signed and executed.
Got it. Mr. Bautista, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward on both of your cases. Do you have a valid Texas driver license? Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? How old are you? What do you do for a living, sir?
So far, sir.
Okay, we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, or unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or dope, you will go to jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. You understand? You look to see if he has a license and any prior DWIs. Okay, any prior DWIs? So, like I said, no alcohol, no drugs. You will be randomly tested. You will not get any more PR bonds if you test positive for alcohol and have to put you in jail or you pick up a new case. Do you understand? If you value your license, I would talk to a lawyer quick because there's a lot of timing requirements with the DWI, so don't sit and wait months because you're only hurting yourself. I will have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, you'll get with Janae for your bond conditions, and after that, you'll be free to go. All right? Please. Mr. Carranza, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Please don't say anything.
Judge, on February 22nd of 2024 here in Harris County, Texas, officers were informed by DPS that a stolen vehicle had been located and followed by the DPS helicopter. DPS advised that defendants were seen exiting the stolen truck and then entered another vehicle on the property. Officers arrived and defendants were detained after being asked to step out of the vehicle. Inside the vehicle, officers observed in plain view a tan handgun located in between the driver's side windshield and the hood of the vehicle, with the handle facing left and within easy reach of the driver, which was the defendant. The defendant admitted that he knew the handgun was there and stated it was his. The defendant stated that he bought the vehicle for $500 and the seller stated it was stolen. The defendant admitted to knowing the vehicle was stolen. The defendant also showed officers where the keys were to the stolen vehicle, as well as the original LP.
License plate.
License plate.
Mr. Carranza, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license, sir?
Right, no, sir. Driver license, no, sir.
You are not allowed to drive. Do you understand? I'm going to have you sign an affidavit with me today promising me that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if your baby needs diapers, you need groceries. Okay, if you get a license and insurance, come back and talk to me. But until that time, if you drive, there will be HE double hockey sticks to pay. I'm telling you, I'm going to light you up. Do you understand? Do not drive, and no possession of weapons as well. How old are you, sir? What do you do for a living?
I do body work.
How much money? How much money do you make a month?
A month, 2,400, $3.
Who do you live with?
Hey.
Who do you live with? Are they familiar? Are they here with you today?
No, sir.
They know you got this felony case.
Thanks.
Do they know that you have this felony case? I'm gonna have you come up here. Go out there, see if you can find yourself a lawyer. If you have any issues, come back to me. We can talk about appointing a lawyer. But I don't want you to pick up any new cases, and above all else, do not drive. Do you understand? I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. I'll get you to Victoria, where we're gonna have you sign.
Well, that's it for today, everybody. Thank you for watching and sticking with me, those who did stick with me. If you're not a subscriber to this channel and you like the content that's on this channel, please consider subscribing to this channel and helping this channel grow. And don't forget to hit all notifications. That lets you know when I go live or a new video has been uploaded. Well, that's it for today, everybody. I've changed up the schedule a little bit for the next couple of days because I have other judge stuff, material I know you guys are going to like. So that's it for me today. You all have a wonderful evening. Ciao, ciao, ta-ta, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a good evening.
Fix it all,
You're my solid ground, always drawing near. Never give up on this heart of mine. Put it back together every single time. To all you do, from the highest peak, I can see it through. With your care and touch, everything's